You know what, Nicholas? What I like is that when you stood up, you're just a little taller than Superman.
We're pretty evenly matched. I think David's a little bit taller than me. But interestingly, that when I mumble into the mug,
yes,
ugly dog in a cape, that was an idea from, you know that movie Prisoners? No. With Paul Dano and Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
a great movie.
Yes.
But there's a scene in the car park where Paul Dano kind of says something and Hugh doesn't quite capture it and no one quite knows what he said, but it's kind of taunting and provokes a big rage in him.
Yeah.
So that was something I loved that movie, and I was like, I'd love to just kind of get under his skin a little bit more in this scene, and then I was like, maybe I can say something with the mug hiding my lips, and James came up with that line, so that's how that got into the movie.
It's so great. I love seeing you as Lex Luthor.
Thank
He
you.
is one of my favorite villains of all time.
Oh, great,
I just think he is diabolical and so unhinged.
Yes.
And a genius. Tell us about him and playing him in this film.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. James Gunn writes the most wonderful scripts. They're funny, they're emotional, they're smart. And so reading it the first time, I was like, oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this character. And that's something that I look for as well when I'm looking for roles. I'm like, if I'm going to enjoy doing it, I feel like then that makes it enjoyable to watch somehow. And he's a master puppeteer. He's very intelligent. He's reckless with his science. But he's also someone who's, you know, really a threat to Superman. He's a good adversary.
You know, I'm looking at your crystal blue eyes and your cheekbones, and I cannot believe they did not cast you as Superman.
I can't believe it. I auditioned for Superman.
No!
Did you?
Yeah. So I spoke to James and I was like, hey, I love your work. I love like the DC characters and that you're coming in to start this new universe off. I'd love to come in and chat with you and maybe audition for a role or something. And he was like, well, let's maybe do Superman. I was like, great, okay, I'll come and read. And I remember the moment where I was like, I don't think I'm getting this part. I did a scene and then walked out of the studio. And it was kind of all shadows outside, and then there was one beam of light coming in. And David Corenswet, who is playing Superman in the movie, he'd taken a chair and put it in this beam of sunlight and was like eyes closed with the sun radiating down on him. Just like Superman gets his powers from the yellow sun. And David was charging up from the sun like Superman. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll go and say hello to one of the other guys auditioning. And I went over and he stood up and I was like, he's about an inch taller than me.
Oh, okay.
And I shook his hand. I was like, well, his hand's a bit bigger than mine. His hair's a little bit better. His smile's good. And I met him and I was like, I honestly looked at him and I was like, this guy has the aura, everything that you'd expect Superman to have. And I wanted to hate him. I really wanted to hate him. But then I did the movie with him, and he is just wonderful. And then seeing him in the movie as well, he gives such a charming, emotional performance that's charismatic and just, you know, the way he plays Clark differently to Superman and what he brings to that character is brilliant. So, and he's also the loveliest guy off set, so I can't find anything to hate. It's infuriating.
Thank you. Come back and see us, yeah? Superman will be in theaters and IMAX nationwide.